Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Raids Week 5 Day 2. So today, pretty much it's going to be a relatively usual team with just the 4 types goblins. We did switch it up just a little bit compared to yesterday, which is actually removing the raid related one. Not sure if I'll be putting it back in. Don't forget, tomorrow will be the new pet rescue. I think I'm going to start making like a little, not necessarily video series, but we've already kind of been doing it. On my lower level account, I think every single week on the Wednesday pet, we're actually going to go and do like a little video thing for it, just to kind of show like some of the lower level teams that we can use against them. Because I think there's like, what, 6 to 10 different variants for the pets that you could fight for the 8 different battle things. And some of them are pretty difficult, particularly for lower in the, or earlier on in the game. Of course, this late in the game, we just easily just pretty much take every single one the first time. But yeah, early on in the game, it is really hard doing those final 2 battles. And I don't even think I was able to get it the last time, but we still got the pets off the baskets in particular. I think it was goblins we were up against. I forget exactly what it was last week that I wasn't able to complete it on that. But yeah, we'll start doing that as its own little video just to kind of see and hopefully help other people, because yeah, that's probably really difficult if you're still below like level 200, 300. Until you get level 10 all kingdoms. Once you get to that point, I think it might be a little bit easier, because by then you'd probably also have proper team competitions as well. But anyways, let's get into raids. So, that's under guild, raids. Do we even have any good rewards? No, we do not, but orb probably tomorrow. So I'll grab all that, just a little bit of diamonds, gems, pretty lackluster right there, nothing too interesting. But the next day we get the orb, then we have the double orb a little bit later on, and then the major orb, probably on like Saturday or so. But anyways, let's go into the battles, fights. And we're using this team currently, Nobbin Brothers, Double Fizzbang, and Queen Grapplepot. It's pretty much a standard 4 times Goblin. Also, all of that is in the event key drop table as well, if you are missing anything from it. I was doing 4 times Goblin Rocket earlier, which is way, way, way cheaper. And it was surprisingly actually functioning, which is kind of funny. But I would not advise doing that unless you absolutely had to. But it was winning. So, yeah, I guess it's good enough. Hello, William. Hello, Matt. Hello, Bunny Killer. Hello, Dragon Ball Z fan. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, Gamer Fox. Hello, Captain. Hello, Sean. And hello, Traylon. And hello, everyone else. Welcome. So, we have Valraven here. So we're going to want to take every yellow we see. If I'm not mistaken, my banner is actually set to minus yellow, which is the only bad thing right here. Wait, what is our banner right now? I keep changing it like every 5 seconds. Oh, no, it isn't. It's +2 blue, +1 red. I mean, +2. It's +2 blue, +1 purple, -1 red is what it currently is. We're running Frozen Banner. Almost guarantee that's what we're running. Okay, we die next hit if we don't take this, so I'm actually going to take that. It's going to get a Mang off on the 1. We're just going to have to kind of let that happen. I need to take every purple and blue we see, so we'll take that. He'll take the other one that we needed, which leaves us with no move on the board, which is definitely not good. Since we get more mana from brown than from red, we'll go take that. And he ruins my blue, but he moves it right back with the Cascade, so we'll grab that. Did not get the Surge, so we are short on our mana, meaning we have nothing to cast here. We'll just go take the Grains, grab that. Thank you for the subscribe, Pedro, much appreciated. Also, hello, Questor, M7802, and Moss. Welcome all. Do we take that yellow? It gives him a Doom Skull, and he's probably going to go for it. Oh wait, there's a second problem to this. That's the only move on the board. Whoops. Hopefully we get double blue, or we're in trouble. That's the only move on the board, and we didn't get any blue there, so he gets all that Doom Skull, gets the kill. That's not looking good. It's a Valraven battle too. Luckily it exploded there, so that's some comeback, but not enough. I'm actually not going to throw this ability yet, because I want to go and get this thing to full mana. We'll take it off the blue. He'll take the other skull. And there we go. Okay. So hopefully one of these will do... I want this one to do a magic buff on this, and then this one to explode. I know we can't get it that perfect, but... well, at least it exploded. That's not horrible. We'll take that down. Move that back over, and we should have full mana there. There we go. Perfect. And I think we have our full mana to get it right back off of that. Nice. Get the blue, which we don't use, so I should probably just cast it then, because just in case it leaves it there. Perfect. Or if we would have gotten a stat, it would have done it regardless. So move that over. Nice poke. Did we just kill it? Well, if we explode it, we're going to kill it anyways. How many skulls are on the board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, never mind. There's 2 Doom Skulls. So yeah, that's way more than enough if it explodes. Oh, duh. I keep thinking it's random explosions. I keep forgetting it's green only when it explodes. Problem is, we barely have any greens on the board because it keeps doing it over and over again. 1 HP, but luckily that hits everything, so it doesn't matter. And get another little explosion in there. We don't have the Nobbin Brothers to go clear out the board, but all we have to do now is just hit him with a bunch of skulls. So we'll hit him there. Didn't get any attack buffs. For once, we're actually getting a lot of explosions. Oh no, magic buff. That's the one thing I don't want a magic buff on, is when she gets on herself, because it doesn't get any effect until we actually use the ability again. And against this thing, we're probably just going to die. Actually, we're going to... Oh, this is actually pretty bad. We're going to lose Grapple Pot here. I should really go put one of these Fizz Bangs in first slot, so that we start losing one of our Fizz Bangs instead of one of our, like, core troops. Because now we have to win off a Just Skull, which is definitely possible, but we only have one left. We only have one left to use. So that's not good. Okay, we don't have any skull that we could go take over there. We might actually lose this battle, which is exceptionally bad, given that's a Val Raven. Yeah, he hits us in 2 skulls. We have to hit him in 3 skulls, 2 counting this one that's just sitting here. So move that over, move that over. Take the skull. And please explode or give yourself an amazing stat like... I don't think anything would actually be useful. Never mind, just explode. There we go. That's good. And then there's a skull. Oh, perfect. And that's a skull for the kill. Well, that got really shaky. Let's actually go reorder her some just so we don't lose them. Because he can only hit things that don't have stealthy. Oh, we got a pet. 45 minutes on that thing. I should probably go do that now just in case. Let's go breeze through this pet. Let's go use the... Oh, yeah, we're using Gob Chomper. I still use 4 times Gob Chompers against goblins, by the way. It's pretty nice. They are really annoying otherwise. Even with a normal... Oh, I forgot to take the blue. Even with a normal late game team, they actually sometimes lose against 4 times Goblin. Just because of how much stats they have. Goblins in general do tend to be okay. If you've been wanting one, there are in event keys right now too. The whole like 4 times Goblin team things. Build probably every possible combination out of them. They're not really the greatest thing to be running in PvP, but people still use it as one of their 6 Guild War defense. And some people still use it for invading. It's the main reason people generally don't is it's extremely random. And generally when you're running a consistent, or when you're running a PvP team, you want it as consistent as possible. And goblins are definitely not consistent. That is for sure. Also, hello, Jamie and Marcelo and Humberto. 35 pets? I know, I'm at 35 pets too. I just can't find the last one. I'm still missing the Coca-Cola bear, the little Urskea guy, or Urska, whatever the thing is. Yeah, I'm missing the Coca-Cola bear. Yesterday, you said they are buffing the vault keys. Yes, they're doing that on Friday. Well, technically, like, right before Friday, just to make sure that it goes in properly. But, yeah, you'd still want to wait till Friday, even if they do update it, like, let's say on Thursday. Mainly because on Friday, even if they weren't buffing it at all, it's the start of the vault event, which just naturally makes it so there's more vault keys within the drop table. So, you'd want to wait till at least Friday, regardless of what time they get around to buffing it. But yes, they are finally buffing the vault keys. They're not buffing how often you get vault keys or how often gnomes appear. That will naturally occur on Friday, but they're not actually buffing the rate of those. The only thing that they're buffing is the actual loot that you get specifically from Cedric Sparkle Sack within a vault key. Oh, you're missing the Sunbird buff pet. That's actually one of the best ones, too. Oh, that's a little bit of an annoying one to miss. I'm just missing the Urska guy. Oh, wait, what am I missing from the question? Are they removing minor trait? No, they're not removing minor trait stones or anything like that. They're reducing the rate at which you get, like, minor trait stones, gold, souls, and stuff like that, but they're not removing it from the drop table. Also, for some reason, they're also lowering the rate at which you get keys, which seems a little bit odd because, yeah, that's one of the really good drops are actually the keys from it. So we'll see exactly how that pans out, because that might actually really lower down their value, even though they said they're buffing it. Do keep in mind, even though they say that they are buffing it, it might be a buff. They don't always mean a buff when they say a buff. So we'll see exactly how it goes out. But it should overall be slightly better than it was before. We'll go move that over. Take the other one. But no, they're not removing anything from their drop tables. They're just making the the less desirable ones at a lower rate, essentially, while adding some other bigger ones. Like, one of them is actually going to be a 250 gem chance at a very, very low chance they're adding. They're also making the minor and major orbs a lot higher chance of getting them. Currently, they're, like, feels like 0%. It's, like, probably, like, 1% chance that you get off them. But it'll be a little bit higher. Splilman, the thing we ended up spamming her with yesterday. Yeah, she ended up going over the new charm legend that's coming out in, I believe, 2 weeks from now, if I'm not mistaken. It's okay. It's not really anything too special. It's the first targetable charm, if I'm not mistaken, because every other charm in the game is currently really random. That's not too useful though, because very few teams actually use attack buff these days, so maybe earlier on in the game it might be okay, but this late, I don't really see anyone really running that mechanic. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll go for... Oh, we'll just go all the way. Kill that one out. Go down the line and just keep going down. Go for the next one. Keep going down the line by not going down the line. Well, all we have to do is get our mana back and we'll be good to go. So still garbage rewards. Yes and no, we'll have to see. I'll be opening up a couple of them just to kind of see what the drop rate will be. Of course, there will be plenty of people that have more keys than me that'll be opening up even more, because we've known for a little while now that they'd likely be buffing it. So a lot of people have been saving. And someone was even saving, like I showed earlier. They have like over 160 of them, which is quite insane. But yeah, I'll be opening up like 9 or 10 of them on this Friday. Probably 9, because I don't think we're going to get another one before then. I currently only have 9. But yeah, I'll be opening up like 9 vault keys and seeing what the new drop table is. And I'll be trying to get that out as soon as I possibly can on Friday morning if I can. Just so people know. But yeah, hopefully I'll get that out soon after. It really just depends what time I get up, because that is a really weird time for me since the event switchover is at 3 a.m. Plus, I'd want to make sure that they actually did buff it before I go and open them. But yeah, we'll try to get that out as quickly as possible on Friday just to kind of see what's up with it. Of course, we could get unlucky, so it might be a bad example. But maybe we'll get lucky and finally get that new 250 gem drop. That's actually really high, too. Just 250 gems from a single key like that. That's like more than double the value of any of the prior rewards that you could have gotten, other than the major orb. Or the minor orbs. Or, you know, any of the orbs. But the orbs were so rare before anyways. I'm also curious if we will get orbs, too. Because, yeah, I've still gotten 0 from opening about, I want to say, 15 vault keys so far. I don't know the exact number I've actually opened total up to this point. But, I think it's somewhere around 15. I know I've currently gotten 0 orbs from them. Okay, let's go and... Well, we'll go move that out of the way. Go for the Devour on the Summoners. You always want to go for these bigger guys first, just so they don't keep summoning more goblins over and over again. Don't want that happening. It's actually a really bad start. You could also just keep repicking until you always get the one shot if you want. I'm just not bothering right now. I might have to for the final battles, because this team is pretty clunky for the final battle if it doesn't instantly get a Devour on one of the front two. So we'll take that, get another Devour. Please actually hit him, or else we'll probably have to restart if you don't. So we'll go for that. There we go, good. And that's on first slot too, so now we one-shot everything with skulls, so it's even better. I don't have anything to take here, so we'll just go condense down the board. He does not give me anything. Oh, yes, he does. Never mind. We got the skull right there. Grab that. And one more will almost do it. It's actually going to barely live, I think, with a few HP, because it kept getting the HP buffs off of extra turns. And yeah, 44. Actually, that's a bit more than I was expecting. But yeah, we'll still have to hit it one more time with anything, and it will go down. So we'll just go, I guess, take something random. Doesn't really matter. Then the color that we need is on the board, nor is there any skulls around that we can take. And it denies my mana, but we can deny her too by taking her green. I mean, taking her yellow. And there we go. Well, technically taking her green would stop it too, but we don't get that mana. Hello, TJ Time Bomb. Hello, Bocus. Welcome. Hello, Mark the Punk. Welcome as well. Alright, these I'll probably just start repicking on if we don't instant devour on the first two. There we go. We got it on the second one, so that's fine. We'll grab a brown there. Go for another devour. I'm actually going to go for him just so because he has his ability. Don't want him hitting us. Doesn't matter too much, but still want to try avoiding it. What do we move? What do we move? We'll try for a skull right there. Didn't get it. But he gives it to us, so that's fine. Oh, he agiles. No. Why? Why have to do that to us? We had an extra turn up there, but we get more mana taking it that way. So now we have two devours, so we'll go for that. Get the hit. How does that not kill? Well, I guess we take a skull again. Luckily, he does not agile that one. We'll go for the devour on the one that heals. And there we go. We keep getting the devour on the one that doesn't need the higher attack. We keep getting on second slot there. And he goes for the kill, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's unfortunate that we can't get that devour there, but still, one skull at this point kills it, and down it goes. It has no agile or anything. And that was 2 times the damage, so like 262. Very nice. And this is pretty much a standard goblin team. You saw I was just running this in the raids earlier too. The only difference is he's only running 1 Fizz Bang instead of 2. But it's essentially the exact same thing, which makes this battle extremely annoying. Because it's essentially the best goblin team in the game. Not exactly, but close enough that it pretty much functions like it. So we'll go and take the blue right there. Get Devour on the... Oh yeah, it doesn't have a Summoner though, which is kind of nice. I guess we'll get it on the Agile. Didn't get it. And if we don't get it on either of these two, we just restart. Because it's actually quicker just restarting it than to play it out at that point. So we'll just keep restarting until one of them Devour. Normally it would. They both have 50%, so you would think that you would get one Devour each time, but... Of course you can get unlucky. Not even going to bother for that Skull. How many extra turns are there on this board? Still extra turns. At least they're getting HP for that. Ever so little, but still. There we go. That's exactly what we need. Devour on the very first one. Oh, can we get 100% Devour rate? Ooh, so far so good. Come on. Aw, you had to ruin it. Come on, Nick. Go for 3. Ah, only 50%. Which makes sense. Oops, did I just leave that Skull there? Or did I set that up for him? Either way. That's bad. We'll go grab a... Is there a way I could Skull that by taking the red into brown? No, that Skull doesn't drop far enough. So I'm just going to take that over. Still nothing I can move there. We'll just take a random red. He'll take my brown and deny it. We'll take a green. Trying to get him to bait him into something over here. Oh, never mind. There's nothing he can even take over there. Oh, but he'll take... I'll take this blue and he'll take the brown. Perfect. And that gives us that. Not enough to kill, but one more will do it. Oh, I can't target it. That's unfortunate. Because it has the Agile. So I can't specifically target it until there's no other troops left on the team. Or at least until there's only Agiles left. And there we go. And we get our little thing. This thing's so adorable. Oh, wow. 4 of them, too. Very nice. 4 of them. 5 pet food. The only thing that's making that go off is the useless Scarnet. But, yeah, that's really nice drops. And I believe that's enough to upgrade them. Not like I would, but that is enough to upgrade them, I believe, to the next rarity. Or at least ascend them. So upgrade, level cap, and ascend them. Exactly enough, actually. And there we go. Another one up to Epic, even though it doesn't show that it is. So many of these are actually Epic, even though you can't see that they are, just because they just don't show up. You only see the border change when they actually get the leveling, which is kind of odd. I don't know why they're like that. But yeah, we're still missing one pet, unfortunately. We're missing the Coca-Cola bear, as I mentioned earlier. This little guy, the Urska guy, for the Urska bonus. It's a pretty useless one, but still I need it for full pet completion. And then we just need to go get all of them to Mythic, which I still don't have a single one that far yet, but we'll get them there eventually. Not that big a deal. They only came out like last month. We'll probably naturally have it in a few months, so I'm not really going to be so paranoid and constantly checking the game. I was initially a little bit more, as you could probably see from the last week by us barely getting any more pets, that, yeah, haven't been as much as of recently. But, yeah, I still check up on them every now and then. What happens once you've mastered a pet to level 20? You end up getting food for them instead. Instead of getting a copy of a pet, I believe you get one of its pet color. So let's say if you got Mimic all the way to max, instead of getting a Mimic, you just get 1 brown pet food instead of a Mimic. Hello, Taz. Welcome. But yeah, you just get pet food instead, the colored pet food. Your win rate for this week, Raid, is pretty weak. You're running epics with Brothers, then Fizz. Can you please recommend an alternative Goblin team? I was trying 4 times Goblin Rocket, 3 times Goblin Rocket with a weapon or other damage alternative. And I've been running the standard Goblin team, which is double Fizz Bang, Nobbin Brothers, and the Grapple. And that's actually what I'm currently using, though it did have a little bit of a shaky battle on its most recent battle. But let me go reorder it and see what we could do with this. So I want to go move that there and move that there. And, oh wait, but he does have Death Mark on the thing. I forgot, he actually does have something that hits last slot. Well, then again, do we actually need to keep Queen Grapple Pot? Out of everything on this team, the most important one is probably Nobbin Brothers into Fizz Bang. So keeping her alive isn't necessarily important. So we'll go for this. So Fizz Bang, Nobbin, Fizz Bang, and the Queen Grapple. Queen Grapple isn't really even that useful in this game mode, but she fits the last of our colors, and there's nothing else to put there that'll fit every other last color. So we kind of have to use her in a way. So right off the bat, I think I am going to go for that Skull. I don't have any way to drop the mana that we really need. I could try moving a lot of these, but the chance that we give him something is a lot higher than the chance that we get something. I could move a brown to yellow, I guess, and just guarantee not give him something. But then he's just going to take the Skull, which does press quite a bit of damage. So I think I am going to just take it. So we'll move that over. He'll take a blue, which doesn't really do much, but it does ruin us from having that alignment. I guess I could try for a blue or a brown into a yellow. That seems like way too many things to want, though, so we'll just go for that. And it gives attack onto a troop we will never need attack on. Good job. Well then. Actually, I say that now, and probably later in this battle we're actually going to need it. I guess we'll just go, and I want to take red or brown into another mana we need. I don't think we could do that, though. Unless we just got, like, insanely lucky off this cascade. Nope. That is not what happened, but we can go take all that yellow right there, throw it a grapple pot. We'll probably throw that skull before we even bother throwing his ability. And go grab that. Nice, we got all of our mana right back, but he ends up getting that, so we're def marked on that now. I don't mind if she goes down, so that's actually fine. I'd prefer her not to go down, but it's not going to be that big a deal if she does. And attack reduction, that is not what we want to be seeing. We want to be seeing explosions, and we want to be seeing the full AoE damage. I guess attack reduction isn't absolutely horrible, given that he actually does create skulls this week. It's just definitely not the most desirable thing. Having him explode every single time would be the most desirable, because once we get that loop going, it's pretty much just auto-win. But we need to have mana on everything. Like, we need to have both Fizz Bangs with full mana and him at full mana to really have a decent capability of looping perpetually. So right here, I'm actually going to go and get her to full mana just to make sure that one of the two of them explode. So it looks like we're going to need to take another turn for that. I'm going to have to take a skull just so he doesn't kill us. And, of course, he gets a skull out of that. That's really bad. So we don't have that double anymore. We'll have to go get this to full mana. Get a Fizz Bang down. Please explode. Good. Please explode. There we go. That's what we need. Unfortunately, she died off, but we'll go grab that. Another explode. Perfect. Throw that in there. AoE damage. And a magic buff, but this one's actually on a good one. That's actually the best thing for us to magic buff, and she's not def marked anymore, nor does he have anything left on his team that can. So that will actually work out perfectly now. All we need to do is just cast her, and we kill out both of those and hit him heavily. So, hopefully when he goes for his instant kill, he hits the Nobbin brother. Oh, never mind. He does have Def Mark, but it hits the front line. Yeah, nothing in this kingdom, I don't believe, has immune to Def Mark, if I'm not mistaken. Unless that new guy did that they just added. Okay, he's going to get a kill. Ideally, he'll hit Nobbin brothers. We could still lose if he doesn't. What do we even move here? I guess we take blue and get full mana on her. Ooh, okay, that's bad. We just have Fizz. Got a solo of Fizz. Hey, remember earlier when I said we wouldn't use that attack value? And there we go. Nice. That awkward moment when attack buffing the third slot is actually good to do. And there we go. Yeah, a lot of these battles are coming down, like, really down to the wire with this. I probably will need to go throw a Mang soon. He's starting to get way too much attack to not throw Mang. Oh, what do we need here? I guess we'll go into purple. Actually, purple-blue. Oh, 0 Surge. What is with this low Surge chance? He doesn't even have a single Jinx on his team. Nothing has Jinx. We have the Jinx. Maybe the Jinx is working on herself. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of glitch where that was occurring. But we'll go take that. I need this to explode. Hopefully it will. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what we need. Very nice. Now I need this to explode too, and we'll be good to go. Okay, not good. Also not good. That one is definitely useless, getting an HP buff over there. And yeah, I guess we'll take a brown to red. Got it. Off the luck. And then we'll just go and take another one. Try for explosion. Drop it into a purple since we need her mana as well, of course. And hopefully get explosion here. And if not, we go grab the Doom Skull. No explosion. We'll grab that. That gets us full mana for this. And so I guess we'll just get Fizz Bang up by not having mana for her. So I guess we'll go with plan B, which is take a green and then take purple next turn. He gets skull distracted. He actually gives that to us for free. We got double, so one of them should explode, hopefully. Can he stop giving that thing HP? There we go. One of them did explode. We'll throw that first. Throw this one next. Nice explosion. Throw it again. Double explosion. Very good. Now, why can't it do that every battle? If it could do that every battle, we'd be winning every single one of these effortlessly. But yeah, once you get it going, it's pretty nice. It's just getting it to this point is really hard to do. Because it doesn't like to... it's completely random on if it will or will not do it. And I believe that's match. And there we go. But yeah, that's what I'm banking on pretty much every battle we're doing here. How often it happens is not that often, but when it does, you get the win pretty easily. When did you ditch the Hellcackler thing? Oh, I ended up ditching him later on yesterday's stream. It just wasn't really working out that well. You could easily put it in, and if you had it at a higher bonus, I think it would be worth it. But at just the standard one copy of him at only 3 times, I don't think it's worth it compared to just putting a second Fizz Bang in there. Or even a Goblin Rocket if you don't have a second Fizz Bang. Or even just Goblin Rockets in general if you don't have any of that. We were winning with 4 times Goblin Rocket earlier. It took forever, but it was actually winning. I don't think it would be time efficient to do so, but if you really wanted to, and you didn't have any other options, 3 times or 4 times Goblin Rocket with any 1 assist, if you wanted to go with only 3, would end up working. It would just take forever per battle. What do we need to move here? We'll go try, I guess, a yellow into a brown, so we actually have a chance at something. Of course, it's only a chance, but might as well go for it. You eventually get them. Only happens about 1 in 7 at a time, but you only need that 1 in 7 to occur to actually get something nice. So right here, we'll go and just get him to full mana. Only 1 in 3 chance he gets to do something. With that being said, I almost just kind of want to go for the Fizz Bang instead and try for the brown off the top. Which means, oh gosh, we didn't even get the, Surge. So, what do we do here? I guess we take this red, because I don't want to give him a skull. But then again, he doesn't Death Mark off it, that's fine. We'll do that. Tried for the yellow, didn't get it. We would have needed double yellow. We can take this skull if we want to. Before we do, let's go grab this. Got attack reduction. With that attack reduction, I think I'm actually just going to go take a blue. Oh, of course you would get that for a free turn. And of course you would kill that one. Actually, that one's not as important, I don't think. Because that's just our extra damage. So I'm going to let him have another skull, because we did get the attack reduction there. Grab that. And throw both of these. Please explode. There we go. Okay. And hopefully we could win from here. So I'm going to leave that intact, because he's probably not going to touch it. Of course you would when you explode. I wish he actually would have done full AoE there. Not now. A little late. If you would have done that on the previous one, we could have gotten that 5 times brown. Ooh, magic buff on that. Please do something useful. Explode. I need that to, like, attack buff first slot or something. Or any of them, really. Because eventually one of them will be first slot. We need to go take blue. Grab full mana for that. If there's another blue, I'd definitely take it right now. Oh, good, there is. Oh, perfect. Full mana. So one of these should explode. There we go. Perfect. Grab that down. Grab that again. HP buff for that. Armor buff for him. Well, at least he's going to stay alive for a while. At least until the other guy feels like killing it. Because that is a lot of armor. And he only hits physical damage on everything, so I'll keep it decently alive. Take a purple. Grab that. He'll hit skull, which is basically useless. He only has 4 attack. And we just got 100 and something armor or whatever it was earlier. So we'll hopefully get explode. Good. That's surprisingly not full mana. Luckily we got off the cascade. Never mind. Another attack reduction. Please stop doing that. They're already pretty much at 0. Oh, I should have waited until we had that thing to full mana. Oh, move that over. Yeah, I need to wait till this one gets full mana before I start casting them again. Only problem here, though, is Zugof's about to go do his thing. So all the mana I'm taking for him is useless. Because he's just going to die next turn, or whenever he feels like getting full mana. Yep, there's full mana, and we die on him, because they're both stealthy, so we know 100% that he's going to hit that. He's going to create skulls, but he has no attack, so that's not too big a deal, I guess. He still manages to find a way to do damage to us, though. And he got all... Wow, he got all of his mana back. That is really bad. I think we actually just lost. Pretty sure we just lost. I don't know which one would be better if it survived. Probably the second one would be better if it survived. Please hit first slot. Oh, of course you would go for that one. Okay. This one doesn't have any magic on it, so... Okay. As I say that, it gets a magic buff. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point. Why? Okay, well, at least him taking skulls is really good for us, because he has 0 attack, so he can't actually do anything off them. Though, the only problem is we also want to be taking attack, or skulls, off the board, because that is helpful. Also, he wants to keep taking all the manas that we need too, which isn't good. So we'll do that so he gets a skull. Do I take another skull? We get brown extra turn it off a slight chance. Guess we'll go for it. Yeah, I might just need to go start bringing out the Mangs. I didn't want to have to go use Mang, but we're going to have to use Mang. Standard Mang teams. Only big downside to that is they're going to have a lot of skull creation off this kingdom, not to mention the Zugoff itself. So we got an explosion there. That's not too bad. We'll go for this again. Another explosion. Into an extra turn. Into another extra turn. This is shaping up to be slightly better, though still... Oh! Oh! We could actually win now. That may have just secured us the win. All you have to do now is hit 2 skulls before he gets full mana. Only problem is he's so ridiculously close to full mana. And everything he takes gives him mana. whereas we are limited in what we can take. I need this purple to surge into an explosion, into a skull, into another skull. Okay, there's one skull, and he doesn't... Oh, could we please double skull this? Come on, let's see it. Aw, well, at least it moved in a way that he doesn't get it. So move this yellow over just to see if something happens. We'll hopefully get explode. No, HP is useless to us. He's just going to go in for his thing. How do I move this? I think I take this red so he still has the yellow chance there. Actually, regardless of which way I take it, I believe he still has the yellow chance there. So let me actually take it this way, so we have the skulls closer to each other. So I'm going to hope that he takes this yellow right here. Is there any... Oh, you know what? No, I can't move that. Yeah, I'm going to take this down and move this here. So one of his only moves, if not his only move, actually, might be to take that yellow. So if he takes that yellow, we actually win. He went for it. Oh, no! No! Really? He got the 1 and 7 off the top. Well then, that's not good. He gets full mana in 1 or 2 turns. Probably 2 turns, because he has a Jinx on him, so he shouldn't surge, hopefully. Because that Jinx is actually still in effect. It triggers at the beginning of the battle, and lasts for the entire battle. But yeah, him just getting that lucky skull right there just costs us the battle. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't think there's any way we could get a skull on the board close enough, unless we, like, triple skulls right there. Boom, go! Oh, we gotta shuffle. Okay, we have to win right now somehow. There's no way. The only way we could get it is if we got as lucky as he did and get a random skull out of nowhere. That's the only thing that we can win off of. I don't see any other extra turn. Yeah, every extra turn on this board's a 1 in 7 chance. So, yeah, we just go for that skull then. So this will decide it. Will we get a skull? If we do, we win. If we don't, we don't. It's 1 in 7. Got it. Ha! See, we have your luck too, AI. See? There we go. 2 can play at that game at randomly getting a skull just at the exact moment when you need it. Okay, let's go into a Mang team. The luck into the luck counter. Perfect. Okay, let's go actually use Mang. I didn't want to have to do this, but we're going to have to bring out the Mang with hero. I think I need to go change my hero class. Unfortunately, there's no goblin hero class. It's pretty much just this exact team. Just with a Mang on it. So we just do that and just use Mang instead of Nobbin Brothers. So it pretty much plays out the same, just with a Mang. Kind of want to replace out the Queen as well, just so we get a quicker kill on the boss. So let me actually go do that. It's going to make us so we're... Oh no, but if I do that, we're going to be 2 colors short if I replace her out. Do we get rid of her? I'm leaning towards a yes. I actually don't mind if we were using less mana. So we'll go double Fizz Bang, and we'll go with the Ray Trip guy, and see if that will kill it quick enough. What's his name again? He's blocked on every mana, though, which is slightly unfortunate. But once we get first Mang, we don't really need to throw it again, I don't believe. Maybe twice in some situations. But he should have enough armor that we could just start one-shotting everything. What's his name again? I completely forget. Wait, what am I even doing? We just go under troops and we'll probably find it. Clear filter, apply, and... Oh, you know what? We could actually put a Goblin Rocket in here, too. Because that doesn't conflict with the color. Problem is, what do we do about the whole Fizzbang situation? I might just go all in Mang then. So we'll do that. That's a little risky, but we'll go for it. What color are we missing by doing this? We're only missing green. Is there a minus green banner that really works well with this? There should be 2 minus green banners, if I'm not mistaken. What are they? There's that, which is actually decent. Really good, actually. So that's probably the one we're going for. And what's the other one? Or is that the only one? Is that really the only one? Well, we'll go with it. Seems good enough. So we'll go for the quick Mang, get to Prison's Fizzbang. Oh yeah, I need to switch my hero class, or do I? We're currently using Giants. That doesn't give half mana to anything. Nor does anything that we could possibly... Oh, you know what? Oh, there is a hero class that we could go do. And it's actually kind of useful since we're against a Bone Dragon. Haven't used it for ages because it's barely been applicable for most things. But let's go change the Mech. It has it's the only hero class with immune to freeze. And we did the pet already, right? Yeah. It's the only hero class with immune to freeze, plus we need it for the half mana on Goblin Rocket. I didn't even think about that. What if we just use Mang with triple Goblin Rocket? I'm almost tempted to go do that now. Let's go try Mech. Mang gets 5 additional damage from the hero class as well. You know what? I might just go do that. Oops, wrong area. Guild, raid boss, and fights. Okay, let's go try this. Also, let me look back at chat because I don't think I read if there was any questions there. Your win rate this week is pretty... Oh, never mind. I already read that. Is using a second fizz bang better than a... oh, I already read that too. But yeah, I do feel like a second fizz bang in most situations is better than a Hell Rackle. Even though I'm not using that in this case. But I'm probably switching up this team in a second. Hello, Ray Ping Kids. Welcome. Oh, sorry, that name. Whoops. Well then, demonetized. Why must you have names like that? Gosh. Why? Wow. That is why I don't read people's entire names. If you ever wonder why I only read people's first name, that is why. Instead of both. Hello, Anna. Let's see. Hello, Plumpko. Welcome. What goblin team is good for Portal? Basically, triple goblin rocket into anything. Or the double fizz bang Nelbin Brothers into green grapple pot. And I don't think I missed anything else in chat. Hello, Oscar. Welcome. Are they adding other classes like Goblin, Fae, Merfolk? They did say that they would eventually have one class per kingdom, though they haven't really gotten around to that yet. But, yes, they will be eventually. Oh yeah, I still didn't get more codes from Salty yet. She still didn't bother sending them over. And let's see. There goes the YouTube partnership. No, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't even get caught. I don't know. Gotta be careful about that, though. Anyways, I was actually serious when I said triple goblin rocket with this. I'm gonna do it, because why not? Actually gets a really quick start, plus we get a lot of mana out of it. So let's go try this. Mang with triple goblin rocket. This has a lot of potential. We're using Mech class 2, so we're immune to freeze. So even though he has a froze, even though he has freezing, wow, words. Even though he has frozen soul, his freeze will not be able to freeze us because we have insulated, which is the only hero class with immune to freeze. Plus we gain half mana to all mechs, and Goblin Rocket, even though is normally just considered a goblin, is indeed mech. So that does help with us. And we have Fire Link, so we have plus 5 red total. So really quick Mang. So let's see what happens here. We could, if we lose Mang, we're in trouble. We can still easily win if that does happen, but it would make it a lot harder, that's for sure. No, we got a Valraven too, so that's a bit of a bad thing to be up against when we're testing this team for the first time, but hopefully it should be good. So we'll get that up, take this yellow, get that up, throw Mang, and he can't freeze us because we have immune. We'll throw this over, and now we keep going for Skull Pokes. And I think this might actually be what I start using, because it's actually going to really tear through everything. All we have to do is keep Goblin Rocketing until we get alignments on our skulls that we need. So we'll go and take a brown. What else do we need to move around? We'll go... let's see. We'll just go for the brown there. And none of these manas we need because we use so few. Yeah, he's taking way too much damage. He's going to go down in 3 shots. We don't have any skull resistance or anything on him, nor could we try putting it on our team. It would be too clunky if we did. I guess we'll take this red, even though we should technically take the brown first. I'm pretty sure he's going to try denying my red. Not to mention it leaves a red up there too, so we can just take that, or not. Okay, plan B. Do we bother throwing a second Mang? I think we do, just to make sure we can kill the Valraven even if the hero dies, so I'm going to do that. It's going to block our mana by quite a bit, but I think in the long run it's actually going to be better. We'll take a brown here. Don't believe we have any way to set up skull alignment, so I'm not going to bother. And a lot of purple. It doesn't really help us much though, but we'll grab all that, just get it off the board. I would take a brown if we had it. Not worth doing a Goblin Rocket just to set it up, so I guess we'll just try for one off the top. Didn't get it. We'll take that yellow. That gives us 2 Goblin Rockets, which should be able to set up something to go hit him before he hits our Goblin Rocket. Let's see. What double can we do to get a skull next to a skull? I guess we could go explode this whole bottom area, bring all that down, and then go from there. So we'll do this first. Get rid of all that. Oh, I could have gotten a little bit more mana, but it gives us the skull that we needed, so that actually worked out perfectly, even though that slightly wasn't what I should have done, but luckily the thing off the top made it work. There's an extra turn purple there, but since we don't use that color or anything, we're better off just taking the skull, so we'll just go grab that. We get an extra turn off it anyway, so that works out. And yeah, I think I'm going to be sticking with this. It's really risky with the Mang, since we could just so easily die off it, but it's worth giving a shot. We can still win with just Goblin Rockets if we truly had to. It's a little hard to, but we definitely can manage. Alright, we'll go just get an explosion here. Didn't get a skull. I guess we just throw Mang or try for the poke. Didn't get the poke. Luckily, nor does he. I kind of don't want to use Mang just so we could easily get our reds into the goblin rockets. So we'll just take a red right there. Didn't get the skull. And he didn't take it for whatever reason. We'll just go grab it and that's match. We also had a goblin rocket to even do more on top of that if we needed. There we go. And we get 2 more battles off that. So yeah, let's keep doing this. It's actually working out pretty nicely. Also, hello, Durade. Welcome. What goblin troops need to be traded for it to work? Which particular team are you referring to? In the case of the double Nobin brothers, Princess Fizzbang, and the, the Nobin brother double Fizzbang with the Queen Grapplepot, technically the only thing you need traded is nothing. None of them really need their traits to function. In a way, it's actually better if Fizzbang doesn't have her, her stealthy trait in this instance, because you kind of want your Nobin brothers to live a little bit longer in the battle, whereas it's a pretty good chance that he'll die if they both have stealthy. But yeah, you don't really need any traits to make it work. As far as the team we're using right now, we need Mech fully traded as well as Goblin Rocket first trait for it to work. Goblin Rocket first trait is ridiculously easy. Mechanist fully traded, not so much, unfortunately. It takes 16 brown-red trait stones among many other trait stones to go and get that up. But the freeze is pretty useful since some of these things do have freeze on them, particularly the Bone Dragon this week. And the main thing that's important, of course, is the 50% to all mechs, which is literally the entire team, because this counts as a mech, and so does all 3 of our Goblin Rockets. Okay, so right off the bat, we're just take the red right there. That gives us Mang. Before we take Mang, looks like we're going to have to take a skull. We're not using Archer, so we can't get an instant kill, unfortunately. We could always let him poke us, I guess. You know what? I might just let that happen. Oh, no, to take it or not to take it. I think I'm actually going to take it, so we'll do that. He actually just agiles it, so it's not like it doesn't even matter if we took it then. Doesn't even matter. So we'll go take, I guess, this red. The only problem with throwing Mang is now we're blocking our Goblin Rockets all over again. Well, let's go get that mana back up. He has... Let's see, how much durability is that? We have exactly enough to kill him. We have 189 damage, and he has 189 life. So there he goes. Oh, was that an extra turn within sight? Yes, it was. I could have gone for that. Didn't really give him much, though. But still, that's... we want to avoid him doing his ability at all costs, if we can. I think we'll be fine, though. We have triple Goblin Rocket. That should be enough to basically just kill him on its own. How much durability do you have? Enough that he'll die, so we'll go for that. We'll go move this down into... I'm actually not going to take those greens as a trap, because we want that instead. And then we just move that over for the kill. And now we just need 1 more poke, and that'll be a match. We just need to find a way to set up a skull with 2 Goblin Rockets, which it seems like that would be easy, but there's actually nowhere on the board to do that, so we'll just go for mana instead, and just keep the Goblin Rocket spam going until we find skulls that can go next to each other, which I think we still can't do, unfortunately. So we'll just keep doing mana until we eventually get some kind of alignment for it, so we'll just grab all that. Don't think I'm going to be needing those skulls. You know what? We have so much mana, we might as well just go and kill them off of Goblin Rocket damage. Because if we just throw all 3 of these and then a Mang, I think that in itself is already enough damage. I don't even need to do anything fancy. So we'll just do that. And yeah, if we just keep hitting these, he's just going to go down to the damage. Oh, there we go. Or we could just take it. Or we could just randomly get a skull like that too. But even if we didn't get that, we had plenty enough damage on our team to do the last that we needed for that. So yeah, interesting. This is actually working out quite decently. And if we needed more protection, we could actually go and put a Goblin Rocket in first slot in front of our Mang to give it some time to actually get operational, and then just let the first Goblin Rocket die out. We probably are going to have to start doing that once he can start 2-shotting us. Currently, he can only 3-shot us, but yeah, once he reaches 2-shot, we're probably going to want to put a Goblin Rocket in front of it. I tend to do that a lot in these game modes, particularly raids, because you want to have a meat shield in front just to make sure that it can absorb some of the damage before you get Mang off. In Invasion, it doesn't matter as much because you normally just put the Invasion troop in first slot once you reach 4 towers. Because it does 3 times the 5 times skull damage each time. And that starts from turn 1. Whereas Mang, you need to actually cast first, which could take anywhere from like 2 to 4 turns to get the mana you need. Could you shield Mang with 1 Goblin Rocket? Oh, someone actually just mentioned that. Yes, you can. And that would be perfectly fine to do. And it would probably actually be the better strategy. Particularly once, like I mentioned, once you reach the point where you start getting 2-shotted. But currently we can resist 3 shots, so it's fine keeping him in first slot for the moment. Well, we'll go actually grab yellow first, because I want to get another one of these Goblin Rockets to full before we do anything. So we'll move that over. And I wanted to get it to full first. We're getting so many skulls right now, though. I'm going to move that over. He's almost full mana, especially after those 2 double turns. And there's no mana we could take. Oh, wait. Yes, red, but it gives him another skull, which I would want to avoid. So let me do this. He'll probably take the red. We instant kill him. Okay, he doesn't go for it. Do we give him a skull poke to get full mana on Goblin Rockets? I believe the answer is actually no. The only problem is every other move we have is completely pointless for us to take. So we'll just do that. Take the pointless move. Oh, if only there was a way to red into that skull. I guess maybe we could skull into a red extra turn right there. Didn't get it. But there we go. We got the 1 kill. Now we just need to go and try getting a Goblin Rocket up now. We're going to take the yellow, double Goblin Rockets, and now we need to find a way to press a lot of damage very quickly. So right off the bat, we can go and grab a skull right there, so I am going to go get that. We get free reds too, which might even cascade as a free skull. It didn't give it to us, but oh well. I don't have any drop for that, so we'll just go simply manually take a skull. Maybe it's a yellow, didn't get it. That double yellow would have been so perfect right there. But I guess we'll take a brown-red. I don't know if it'll actually trigger the brown first. If so, we pretty much full mana him. Almost. Ooh, he has his ability, and I do not have a way to double kill him right now. I don't think. We have a double skull right there, which I am definitely going for. But then we need some way to hit him again, but we won't have it. But we're still going to go for that, because that's a lot of value. So we'll go for that, get the kill. And now we somehow need to get a skull. Oh, good. We already have the alignment for that. Unless I mislooked at it. But all we have to do is just move this down by 2. And that's the kill. And that's dead. Just for fun, let's move that over. I probably shouldn't have done that. Something weird could have happened that made it so we wouldn't have gotten that skull. But there we go. And that works out perfectly. And the final battle. But yeah, tomorrow I'll probably do this team just with the Mang shifted down by 1. Because by that point, we're probably going to reach the point where they start one-shotting. Which is very bad. Let's see. Oh, what class is this? It's Mech fully traded, is the class we're using right now. It has immune to freeze, so you don't need to worry about Bone Dragon first slot, because he freezes you every time you hit him with skulls. But you don't need to worry about that with the insulated off of Mech. And it gives half mana to all mechs, which includes itself and all Goblin Rockets, which make it really quick to get up their mana. Okay, so right off the bat, we could actually take this skull because he is insulated, so that doesn't actually do anything to us, so that's very nice. We'll go and clear out a lot of this board. Guess we'll just do it right here. And that gives us the Mang that we now need. We'll go throw that Mang and then try getting some skull alignments. Probably actually shouldn't have gotten rid of those skulls. Probably should have left them there, but oh well. Oh, Bone Dragon. You have full mana. We should probably do something about that. Problem is, I don't think we can. We could try to luck out and try getting a skull right there, which we didn't. We have double skull over here. Can we drop that in a way that gives it to us? I don't think so. I could try dropping these reds. Well, I need to do something, so we're going to try dropping the reds, I guess. Didn't get them the way I needed them to, though. Guess we'll drop that there to get our mana back. It's only going to give us Mang, though. Which means he could get that Bone Dragon Alliance, and he actually probably will. Yep. That sounds about right. Okay. Now we have a problem because we got frozen on every single thing we take now. Well, that was quite unfortunate. I think we finally lose. The first battle that we lose out of the sets now. And that is a good sign that we need to go start putting our thing not in first slot. Our hero class. Even if we're up against a Bone Dragon, still do not put it in first slot, because that can happen. That was slightly my fault, though, for not using them in a way that would have tried to have gotten skulls on them. I don't know why I didn't do it that way. We'll go take the yellow right there. Oh, we got 1 skull. There we go. Making some progress. We don't want to cast him since he's frozen at the moment. That Death Mark better not kill it. As long as it doesn't, we still have an okay chance to still win this out. Oh, and it got unfrozen. Perfect. So, we'll be able to make that work. Only problem is he gets refrozen the second we take a skull, which we will be doing. But, yeah, we'll go take that skull right there, get the poke on him. Still easily winnable. I'm actually not going to go for that blue. Better value just doing it that way for the automatic extra turn. And should be able to take this red, though there's a guaranteed chance we can't extra turn it since we're frozen on it. Unless we happen to get some kind of other weird cascade. Try for the yellow as well. And, well, apparently we extra turned on a green or a blue or something there, so that's pretty nice. There's a skull right there that is not enough to kill off of, but I think I still take it. And then go for mana. Or do we go for mana now? No, we go for Skull now. There's only one big issue here, and that is, for one, we're frozen. And the second one is it's not enough to actually kill him, even if we did this, because it's a very low chance it would actually hit him specifically. So we'll take that extra turn off the board. I think that might be enough. What is that? 6? No, never mind. Oh, wait, that is. If he stays burned, that is enough damage. The second problem that comes to that, though, is... what do we do about this? That's full mana for him. So I have to do something with it. So I guess we just move this over for a red. I don't take it for 4 times. This is actually an instance where it's better to take it for 3 times than 4 times. Because if you surge it, you're going to get more mana overall. Like that. Whereas you... Oh, that Death Mark. Why? Why? I think we just lost to that due to that Death Mark. It really comes down to who he kills. If he kills first slot, we we have a chance. If he kills second slot, or third slot, I guess at this point, we definitely lose. So right off the bat, we'll go and do it right here, because we need to go and make sure that he goes down. And then hopefully get very lucky off of something somehow. Because, yeah, there's a pretty low chance that we will win this at this point. What do we move? I guess we set up for a red, but even that's probably not worth it. I should probably hit on skulls to make sure that he has less options. So I'm going to go do that right here. We lose our turn, obviously. Oh, okay, never mind. As soon as I say that, nope, you get to keep your turn. Okay, we'll go and I guess try a blue into a skull. And then it comes down to pure luck. Didn't get it. Nope, dead. Well then, can't get that lucky twice. Well, at least we did an okay amount of damage on him due to Mang and everything. But the first lose. So yeah, we're going to actually be keeping this team, but we're going to be using it with one of the Goblin Rockets up in front of it. But yeah, it was a matter of time before we lost one of them. Still doing okay, I think. Let's see, where are we in our own guild? Oh, we're 10th. And some people are doing better with the same amount of battles. But yeah, we're doing okay. As far as the leaderboard, we're nowhere near, of course. Actually, how high is the leaderboard? It's always a good indication to see how easy the week is or how hard it is by how many people have boss level 500. And it's still earlier on in the week, so probably no one would naturally have it yet. But it doesn't look like too many people are going to be getting it. Maybe like 1 or 2. Maybe 3 at most. But it's generally the easiest sign of, or the best sign on if or if not the bosses are hard. Of course, you can kind of just tell automatically. You don't understand the Godslaying Troops trait? Doesn't it already deal the 3 to 5 times damage from its cast? Yes, but it does it based on its ascension. If it's epic, it does 3 times. If it's legendary, it does 4 times. And if it's mythic, it does 5 times. It doesn't do a random one, as in 3 to 4 times, just randomly in between. But it just always does it based on the ascension. But yeah, the bounty troops are the same way. I believe it has 2 times to 6 times, 2 times at rare, 3 times at ultra rare, 4 times at epic, 5 times at legendary, and 6 times at mythic. And that's how it works. Oh, the skull damage one, the trait of it works whenever it takes a skull. So if that troop specifically is taking a skull against a boss, it'll do that extra damage. It's not really worth getting during the raids, but during invasions, it's a lot more effective. Because in raids, there's only one troop that it works against, and that is the boss, which is all the way in last slot, which we will very rarely ever hit with skulls. So it's kind of pointless. But in invasion, it's actually good value to do it. Simply because in Invasion, once you reach the later invasions, all 4 of the things you're facing are towers, and it does extra skull damage to all the towers, so generally it's pretty good in first slot or second slot, generally first slot, just to use as a tank. But yeah, I would not really advise ever fully trading the raid one. I do every single time, just because I have more trait stones than I ever know what to do with, and I need them for Kingdom Stars. But as far as the raid troop is concerned, I would never advise really leveling it or trading it. And if you do bother to trade it, you only need the first 2 traits. You shouldn't really do the final trait on it. It's pretty much just a waste of trait stones for most people. But yeah, you shouldn't really go and trait this guy. He's somewhat okay in that you could, of course, just get the Stealthy Arcane. The Stealthy to make sure that it targets something other than this, and the Arcane just so he starts getting a little bit more damage on his ability. But the final thing on it's pretty useless, since you're very rarely going to ever be able to hit the boss itself with skulls, specifically from this troop. So, yeah, very ineffective, and you should never get the Godslayer. The only one that's really useful is the Invasion one, where it does 3 to 5 times. Yeah, it's a good week to just skip on not trading it at all. Let's see. Skady, Queen Aurora, Yasmin's Chosen, or Yali, Dracula's Plague, which one should you craft first? Out of those? Well, you should definitely craft either Fairish Ra or Infernus first, as Simple Men mentioned. But if you, assuming that you already have basically every other mythic other than the mythics you just mentioned, the ones you would want to go for out of those would probably want to be either Queen Aurora or Yasmin's Chosen, most likely. Yasmin Chosen's one of the best entangles in the game, as well as a okay infinite loop, and Queen Aurora is one of the best mana support troops in the game. She's not used as much ever since she got indirectly nerfed several months ago, but still really good in beast-oriented teams that have a couple beasts that are either running with like a Forest Guardian or something like that to gain half mana. Works out quite nicely. It's also sometimes used in Gorgolfa teams and some other quick mana teams just to get their mana up easier, just because she gives +1 mana to everything. It's basically like having a mana link, except on all 6 colors from her final trait. But yeah, Queen Aurora is only good if fully traded. Pretty much all those troops that you just mentioned are pretty much only good if fully traded, with the exception of Uriali and Draculus, which both function even when not traded. And between the two of those, I would go for Uriali over Draculus. Draculus is, he's good if you're playing a elongated game, like if you're playing it on defend, but Uriali is generally better, because as a summon, it's better in Guild War days, and it just has more purposes overall, compared to a Draculus. No, not many people run Dragon teams or World Breaker teams anymore. That might change after tomorrow, though. I forget if I mentioned it during the stream, but, oh, if I need to go restart the thing because it's not showing there. But the new pet that's coming out tomorrow in like 6 hours from now, or whenever the reset is, like 6 hours, 5 minutes, is going to be a dragon bonus. It's going to be it takes red pet food, and it gives a bonus to all dragons when using 3 times or 4 times dragons in your team. And that's actually a really, really good pet, definitely top 10. As far as pets are concerned. And, yeah, definitely go and get it. I'll be doing a little video thingy going over my lower level account doing it. But, let's see, where's the thingy? But yeah, this little dragon right here is coming out tomorrow in 6 hours and 4 minutes, and it's going to have the dragon bonus. So we might start seeing the comeback some of dragon teams. It's going to be particularly good when used with the early game kind of dragon teams that you can do, because you're going to be able to put together something along the lines of a lot of bonuses. If we go something like Dragon Mystics from Dragon Claw. Wrong one. If we go under Dragon Claw and then Mystic, there's a mid-range team that's pretty funny that you can get away with. I don't have the full thing, though, but it's these 3 plus your hero class set as a dragon, which I don't currently have because we just switched our hero class. I might need to go spend 50 gems tomorrow to go switch it back to the other thing once we finish our raids. But, yeah, something along the lines of Dragonian Monk, Dragon Soul, Asha feeding mana into it, and your hero class running a blue weapon of some kind to just synergize into this team, and ends up getting a lot of bonuses. You'd be getting 4 times Dragon with the hero class, 3 times Mystic, and 4 times Dragon's Claw. But yeah, you end up getting a huge amount of bonuses, and currently there's no troop that gives the Dragon bonus, but it's coming in tomorrow, or no pet, I mean. But yeah, these 3 combined together are a pretty nice pet combo to get a pretty substantial amount of stats. Like, let me actually just go put a random dragon on this team just to show what its stats would actually be like if we did have the hero in it. So we need a Dragon Claw of any kind. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Dragon Claw. So we need any Dragon Claw dragon in this team to basically make it like a, as if we're using a hero class. So pretend that's a hero class. There we go. Pretend that's a hero class. And that brings our total bonuses to, let's just say we only have 1 dragon at the 2 times standard bonus. So that would bring our total to 11 attack, 4 magic, and 8 armor is what we would be getting as additional stats from running basically a 4 times Dragon Claw team, assuming we use the Mystic variants. If we weren't using the Mystic variants, we would have 2 less magic, so do keep that in mind. But I guess you technically could, because neither of these actually really need magic. He doesn't use magic, and this doesn't use magic. It would only be for your Dragon Soul and the other thing. So you could easily just go more like a standard Dragatar team or something, and go and just make like a really, really budgeted version. Like if you have absolutely nothing, just go with the, let's see, what was the really, really cheap one? It was Dragatar, Dragonian Monk, Dragonian Rogue, so that's all ultra rare and below. And then we just needed the red. What was the low red one? I guess it was Dragon Soul. The problem is most people don't have Dragon Soul. That's not a low red, but it would be the ideal thing to basically put into this team to kind of make the last finishing touch to make it work. And you just run it on that exact banner, +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow, and run it like something like this. But yeah, if you don't have that, I guess you would just run Baby Dragon then, because everyone has that, because you get it from the tutorial thingy. But yeah, it'd be either or, either Dragon Soul there or Baby Dragon. That's all ultra rare below. if you want to build a team with it. And it still gains a lot of bonuses too. It doesn't gain the Mystic for 2 extra magic, or 1 extra magic if you don't have the pet. But it would give, if you have the standard other dragon pet, it would be 11 attack, 1 magic, and 8 armor, which early on in the game is a pretty substantial amount of stats, particularly that attack value right there. That's a lot of additional attack to be gaining. But not to mention, Dragotar goes even further with it with his attack armor boost, which even synergizes even more with it. The only problem is you are going to have very low HP and you die to true damage very easily early on in the game. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty strong. And I actually have all this on my other account too, so we will be showing it probably after we get the pet during it. Do you even bother to use your gold keys anymore? I do. I use them for new kingdoms is when I use my gold keys. Whenever a new kingdom comes out, I go and just throw a bunch of them. But yeah, that's the only time I ever bother using them. And during key opening videos, you never see me opening all of them just because it takes forever and there's no unique drops from them. They only drop common and rares, and there's nothing too interesting that happens other than maybe getting like a lot of gems or something from it. But there's no like really rare, high rarity card that you can get. You can't get legends, you can't get mythics, so there's nothing to really luck out for. So I generally open most of my gold keys off stream or off video, just because there's no point in opening them during. But I always save them for when new kingdoms come out. So I threw like about 10, 20, 15,000 or so when the most recent kingdom came out of Drakzoom, but I won't be throwing them again until like another 2-3 months when the next kingdom comes out, ages from now, and then we'll have another 15,000 or so gold keys, and then we just go through the process again. But yeah, that's the only time I ever throw them down is for new kingdom releases to get the common, because there isn't any other key that drops those commons. Glory keys don't, gem keys don't, event keys don't, VIP keys don't. Guild keys technically do, but you would need to deliberately keep it a lower level guild key, which I would never do. Not to mention I'm still saving them. But yeah, gold keys is essentially the only way to go get the new commons when they get released. Never mind, already, let's just answer that. What do you suggest as a good soul farming team if you don't have Fair Shra? Valkyrie triple Warlock, Dragon Soul triple Warlock, Dragon Soul triple Azurus, or Dragon Soul double Azurus Umberwolf, with the one that I just said as the last one being the best possible option. So if we go under challenges, go to first challenge, Divinian Fields. There's a few other locations you could do too. I just always make it a habit of doing this one. But first challenge, Divinian Fields, and go into... I don't currently have a team set up for, do I? I'm going to go replace out this one then. We'll go get rid of this. And Dragon Soul, double Azurus. And this, I believe, is 25,000 souls per hour, approximately, give or take whatever your bonus is. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It is pretty expensive, though. This is the best soul farming team that uses 0 Fair Shra. Dragon Soul, double Azurus, Umberwolf. It expects everything other than Dragon Soul to be fully traded. So you need Umberwolf fully traded, which is a legendary, and Azurus fully traded, which is a epic troop. So that costs 28. Yeah, 28 red-purple trait stones to go do that. And you just run it with standard +2 purple, +1 red. You get a little bit of bonuses, though they're not really that relevant. Wait, why aren't they showing? Oh, because we're using double Azurus. Never mind, we don't get any bonus. Actually, you could, though, if you wanted to. You could go replace out one of the Azuruses with something else that's purple to get, like, a magic bonus, to get one more explosion off of Dragon Soul. It's not really that relevant, though. You put it up to, I believe, Warlord 2 difficulty. I actually forget which one it is. It's either Warlord 1 or Warlord 2. Whatever one you can 3-shot it at. I believe it's Warlord 2, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we just go with this, move everything over, get your Dragon Soul up immediately every single time, and just roll from there. You get so much extra purple, and you're getting perpetual purple storm, so it's really easy to keep getting purples off of this. And ideally, watch your turn every time, which we didn't even get there, but still, you just triple shot this, throw it one more time, and dead. Oh, never mind, we didn't even need... Oh, yes, we did. Never mind, he's still alive. And then you throw it 3 times, you get your max capacity of souls in under a minute, and you have the double Azurus giving you slightly more souls, and as you can see there, we get 282 souls in that time. I believe you can actually do that almost 2 times per minute. I haven't timed it as of recently, but I believe it comes down to around 25,000 souls per hour, somewhere around there. So let's say we did 500 in that because of the double battle. So 500 times 60, that'd be 30,000. So yeah, 25,000 is about how many it does then per hour approximately. About 20 to 30,000, probably more towards the mid-range of that, which is the highest you can do anywhere in the game with 0 Fair Shras. There are a few other challenges you could do it to too that you could find in other kingdoms that are similarly as easy. But you want to make sure you put it on at least Warlord 2 difficulty, because regardless of what point in the game you're at, Dragon Soul will always be able to 3-shot that challenge at Warlord 3 difficulty. And if they ever added a dragon with necromancy, you could even put it probably even higher than that. It probably could even do Warlord 4. I'm pretty sure they're never going to release that, though. That's going to be ridiculously powerful if they ever do. Because you could use that, basically that team, and instead of Azuruses, you would use that dragon with necromancy. You didn't mention Umberwolf in your soul farming video. You had 3 times Azurus. Did I never mention that ages ago? I think I may not have, because I didn't actually test it at the time to see if an Umberwolf would have sped it up. But yes, from what I've seen so far, Umberwolf speeds it up if you have a 50% necromancy, but it does not speed it up if you are running with a Fairish Ra. So for example, it's better to do Dragon Soul triple Fairish Ra than it is to do Dragon Soul double Fairish Ra Umberwolf, but it's better to do Dragon Soul double Azurus with the Umberwolf than it is to do Dragon Soul triple Azurus on average. Not by much. Like, you could pretty much do both and it look almost exactly the same. But, I don't know. Battles with Umberwolf just seems a lot more chiller. Of course, you're getting 50% less souls per battle by not using another Azurus. But it speeds it up by enough that you're technically gaining just ever so slight more. I think like another 1,000 or 2,000 souls per hour. It's very, very unnoticeable, though. And if you can't afford fully traded Umberwolf, just go for triple Azurus. It's pretty much the same thing. Oh, sorry, Gamer Fox. What was your question? Question. Is Artima the best counter for Doom Skulls at the moment? Yes and no. Technically, the best counter for Doom Skulls would be Gorgoltha with a Sylvania Mora on your team. Would basically be the best thing for countering it. The main reason being is that 75% reduction takes place after the entangle reduction, reducing them all the way down. So let's say they go and they're entangled, they're at 0 attack, so all that's negated. Let's say they hit 4 Doom Skulls, so it's going to do 20 damage to you, but Gorgoltha is going to reduce that down by 75%, bringing that all the way down to only 5 damage. So you're taking a bunch of Doom Skulls, yet doing almost no damage to you from it. So that's about the best way you can really counter it. Is Gorgoltha with Sylvania Mora, or Gorgoltha with any entangle for that matter. Of course, fully traded Gorgoltha. You could do the same thing with Stone Skin and do Stone Skin with entangle, but obviously the higher reduction you have, the better. You could even do like a Glaceon with entangle, and just plop a Sylvania Mora on your team or something like that, and do it that way as well. Depends which route you want to go down. But yeah, there's definitely a few ways to do it. I would not say that doing it with Artima would be worth it. Artima, in theory, could. But she's still going to get hit by the full value whenever it goes, and let's say you hit a Doom Skull and it hits into a bunch of other Doom Skulls that go and like hit like a whole chain of them, she'll still get hit by that damage because you can't dodge that. But if they're running specifically Skull Spam, I guess it could be okay. But if they're running just, like let's say only the Blood Hammer on it, I don't think it would be worth it. But if their whole entire team is focused only on Skull Spam, it might be okay to use. Because she does get to dodge all of it during a certain instance, but again, it's only 40% chance. It's a lot more consistent doing a Gorgoltha, since you know every single time how much she's going to reduce it by, whereas Artima could go and dodge all of it, or it could go and get hit and just be as if it doesn't even have any reduction to skulls. But yeah, Gorgoltha with Entangle is the most consistent way to deal with it if you are struggling, or any Stone Skin with Entangle if you don't have that option. What do I think of Knight Coronet, Ranger, Diviner, and Vanguard? If you're very early on in the game, that sounds perfectly fine. Knight Coronet's really solid early on. Ranger is as well. Diviner feeds both the mana. And Vanguard, while not the best of option, is pretty cheap to get since you got it for free from Dragonclaw. But yeah, that seems okay. You'd probably want to replace out the Vanguard eventually for something better. But other than that, yeah, that definitely will function up until about level 200, 300 early on in the game. Will definitely not run through the entire game. I can say that much, though. If I tried using it this late in the game, it would be absolutely decimated. But that's just because most of the boost ratios for it are lower. It scales more towards a lower level range. Yeah, that team sounds perfectly fine. Also, hello, Medieval, and hello, Chew. Welcome. Anyways, guys, I believe that is all of them. I'll be heading off for now, unless any of you had any other last-minute questions. We'll be back tomorrow to go over the new pets. Well, yeah, actually, you already know what it is, but, you know, we'll go do it on our lower-level account and stuff like that. But, yeah, next pet tomorrow. First new pet to ever be introduced to the game since they released pets. And it's going to be a dragon bonus that requires red food. So, really good one. Definitely top 10. Highly advise getting it. Definitely grind it out until you actually get all 8 battles done. Not sure which typing we'll be up against. I'm not sure if that background actually has anything to do with it. I don't think it does. But if I'm not mistaken, that's the Blighted Lands background behind it. I can't tell if that's the Soulforge or the Blighted Lands, but If that is, then that should be pretty easy. I believe the Blade Lands one was actually not that hard to take out. I had a few Death Mark mechanics, but that you can easily counter with like a Diviner, which pretty much everyone has. But if they add a new Mythic with 60% dodge... Oh yeah, if they ever add a Mythic with 60% dodge, it's going to be used more than Gorgolfa. It's probably going to become one of the most popular troops in the game, depending on what its ability actually is. I don't believe they currently have one in the works, though. But you never know. But yeah, if they ever were to add a Mythic with 60% dodge, it would become very, very, very popular, that is for sure. Especially... Oh yeah, dungeons. Thank you for reminding me. Yep, let me go do that real quick. It only takes like a few seconds. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions while we're just clearing through dungeons, let me know. I know, that's like one free green pet food right there. Gotta go get our free pet food. And of course the diamonds go towards our mythics that we will eventually craft or something. I don't know. I always keep accumulating all these diamonds like, okay, we'll eventually need these, but then I never use them for anything. There's a lot to use them for. It's just since I have every mythic in the game... Bad Gateway, what are you doing? But since we have every mythic in the game, there's very few instances where I actually need to do it. I hope I got those resources. I've been noticing that Bad Gateway thing recently, too. I don't know how often it's been happening on streams, but I have been getting that pretty much every single day now. The Bad Gateway. I don't know if you guys have been getting it. Might just be something with my connection or the game. Probably the game itself. We'll go get the Rowan down, then Sunbird it, and that'll be that. There we go. And then we'll clear out a last one. And we might even gain a level off of it. Oh yeah, there is no Soulforge rotation currently. They talked about adding one, but they didn't ever add one. But no, there's currently no rotation on the Soulforge. It's still 100% random, which seems really odd. But hopefully they'll address that in the near future. Yeah, that sometimes happens when they say that they'll do something, but then they do it a little bit later. Like, for example, they said that they were going to buff the Vault Keys, and they're just now doing it this Friday, even though they mentioned it a couple months ago. Oh, we'll go get a Skull Poke in there. Oh, wait, why did I even do that? That was kind of pointless to take a Skull Poke. We'll just go to the Rowan. You know what? Maybe not. And then we'll Sunbird it, and down it goes. Do we gain a level? Nope, we'll gain that level later. And that's that. Don't need to go buy this. It's basically just a waste. So there's our one free pet food, I guess. And a little bit of diamonds on top. How many diamonds are we at these days? Let me see. Soulforge, and this is what our resources are looking like. Our brown is so low because I ended up leveling Mimic with all of our brown pet food. But we have, wow, we have 4.5 mythics. A little bit more than 4.5 mythics in jewels. That is a lot of mythics. But yeah, we could craft a whole team of just mythics if we wanted to, with how many jewels we've been saving up. I've never actually bought a single mythic yet other than Draculus. I mean, not Draculus, other than a Fairish Ra, just so we could have 4 Fairish Ras. But, yeah, we haven't really ever needed to, because I never need any legend ever. I already have basically well, I do have every single mythic. There are some that I may want to get another copy of, like, for example, we only have 1 copy of him. I believe we even only have 1 copy of Infernus, so technically we could. But I'm kind of holding out in case they ever add something else that requires diamonds in the game, like a lot of them. So if they ever do, we will be prepared. It's kind of like with gems. I really should have saved a lot more gems back when gems were so ridiculously easy to get. But I won't make that mistake with diamonds, because they seem to be about the same value as gems for the most part, in a way. So yeah, definitely saving them. Won't be wasting them on anything. Anyways, guys, I'll be heading off for tonight. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. See you all either tomorrow or later on. This Friday will be the start of the Treasure Gnome event, which means there will be a higher chance of finding Treasure Gnomes, as well as a higher chance of getting Vault Keys off them. Also, if you're opening Vault Keys, there will be a higher chance of getting a Vault Key within your Vault Key. And they're also upgrading the Vault Key drop table as well, specifically the Cedric Sparkle Sack drop table within a Vault Key. So, yeah, we have all that to look forward to. So, yeah, we have that later this week. We have the new pet coming out tomorrow, which is really good. Definitely get it. Even if you have to go and spend 175 gems for it just to get 1 copy, I would honestly say it's worth it, because early game dragon teams are pretty amazing. And, yeah, that's pretty much everything that's happening this week. So I guess I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and good night, everyone. Goodbye.